Talents TV tey nag ki nga xam ne mooy honorable Abdoulie Bojang moom nag moo génn àddina fi mu nekk nii. As you can see ma ne ko honorable Sidi Ndiaye a ngi nii fu mu nekk nii ki nga xam ne nag mooy speaker of the house mu ngi noonu di génn si li nga xam ne nag moo nekk fii kon nag ñu defar ngi noonu di speaker of the house mu ngi noonu di dugg si comme nag ni nga ko déggee rek ñu ne moom moo ñëwal li nga xam ne nag moo nekk former ko bi moo ko yëpp rek wan ko li nga xam ne nag mooy respect mu ne ko ñëpp jóg neen taxaw ko wan ko li nga xam ne mooy respect mu ne ko kon nag mu ngi noonu speaker baa ngi noonu génn na mu ngi noonu taxaw
Grant us that we may treat and consider all matters with thy honor and glory, to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of this country, with those whose interests thou hast committed to our care.
comme ni ngeen ko gisee rek ñu ngi noonu di xaar yëpp rek ku ñu indi ko police yaa ngi noonu nag di ko téye kon nag mu ngi noonu di déglu bu ko defee nag li nga xam ne mooy prayers moom mooy am jiitu bi ñu ne li nga xam ne mooy arrival si moom moo ne ko gisi mu ne ko arrival si moom moo jot fu mu nekk nii different bi ne daal moom it fii la bokka maanaam si parlement bi la bokk fii la mu ngi noonu former speaker ñëpp jóg neen rek ku xono ko li nga xam ne nag mooy body bi mu ne ko ñëpp jóg neen ku xono li nga xam ne mooy body bi mu ngi noonu ñi nga xam ne fii la bokka maanaam jox nañ ko li nga xam ne mooy ciram Gambie nag suñu Gambie si suuf yëpp rek ku wan ko boppam speaker bi nag live and direct yëpp rek ku wan ko boppam speaker bi nag live and direct jaadama it's really sad jabat jangi noonu jaadama it's really sad jabat jangi noonu toog si booram baaxa baaxa ko yëpp rek ku won ko ne dañ ko respect baaxa baaxa ko yëpp rek ku won ko ne dañ ko respect mu baaxa baax kon nag mu ngi noonu ñëw toog su ko defee baaxa kon nag mu ngi noonu ñëw toog su ko defee rek ñu waxtaan jërëjëf
Cabinet, members of the diplomatic and consular corps, and staff of the National Assembly present, friends, relatives, and presiding over the proceedings of the House. Abdoulie adapts to every situation he finds himself in, a family and individual. He does not hesitate to mediate and wanted young people to be as personal. While we mourn his passing, it is also time to celebrate and discipline the member of the National Assembly and the society. His diligence, passion, and hard work parliamentary committees he served stands out among some of the best because of his clarity of thought. As a teacher, he was to his students as indeed for his legacy of discipline, his selfless commitment where participants are so diverse, politically, and a banner of struggle for his children and the people. Father, brother, and uncle. As Parliament bows the honor of this gallant son, and friends, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and people of the Gambia and blessings, and may Jannatul Firdaus Adil Abdoulie. Clap for you, please. Thank you very much. To make these remarks.
To His Excellency the President, so devastating moment for honesty in terms of delivering his job. Honorable Speaker, to thank you for the duty of rendered to his into service shall remain in our hearts. We pray for his children to take heart and continue praying our late speaker in their prayers. This is a great loss to the nation. We cannot say more than what the speaker has alluded. Not only service to the nation, he's a good Muslim. He's Muslim, he lived a Muslim and died a Muslim. To forgive, place and summon religion of Firdaus. To end, I want to also thank inshallah, we want to assure you this has remained in our minds with prayers and also staff who has worked under him. What he needs here now is forgiveness. On behalf of the leadership, we are asking both of Parliament who are the mistakes who may have committed during the service. I thank you so much for speaking for you.
Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. The wives, families, relatives and friends, and to extend my heartfelt condolence to the family at large for the passing of our beloved brother and colleague, the late, the former speaker, Abdoulie Bojang, had served during his lifetime. He was God-fearing and a pious. Righteousness, kindness, respect, exemplary. I have no doubt that his house could attest that he has served this institution. Certainly, he will remember by all, more by those who had the opportunity. I came to the late Ambassador when he was the ambassador of the Gambia in South Africa, and at that time, Africa. Therefore, I could also attest for the good quality of mercy on his soul and grant him the
honorable minority leader. I now invite the three leader. I now invite the three families, the President of the was in Bruceby. Honorable President of the was in Bruceby. Honorable Speaker of this noble house, he served as an ambassador. Honorable Speaker for the legislature. Honorable Speaker, this is a perfect gentleman. Whatever magnitude problem you carry to his office, he will just say, walai, walai, walai. Then he will narrate a small story. In 2017, Honorable Speaker, when the entire nation was having a conflict with the then government, he called me. He told me to help us go find a remedy on this political situation. Honorable Speaker, somebody who yesterday, when I was called that I should give a statement, I have to make some little research. The former speaker, late Abdoulie Bojang, started. Do we ask ourselves, who is the teacher? And the research told me, a teacher known as an educator is a professional who facilitates learning by imparting knowledge, skills, and values to mankind. So, meaning he started his profession by imparting to humankind values and knowledge. Then we can the former speaker, Abdoulie Bojang, today laying here. But if in life after death, he will get reward. Because these people that you educated, these people that you inculcate value, these people that you inculcate skill with them, those reward last with him for the rest of the time. So, meaning he have left, but he have left what they call sadaqatun jariyah in this country. Honorable Speaker, portfolio in the country that he served this country. Honorable Speaker, a speaker is the presiding officer responsible for moderating debate, ruling on procedures, and announcing vote with a parliamentary system. What does that translate? Here in this noble house today is where he presided for 7 to 8 years. What do we preside in this house today? It is that affect positively to the Gambian people. Yes, this perfect gentleman is presiding the affairs of this country as a speaker. On the his third role is as an ambassador. Honorable Speaker, who is an ambassador? An ambassador is a high-ranking diplomatic official appointed by a government to represent its interests in another country. Meaning, ambassador in South Africa, his responsibility in South Africa actually was to defend the interests of the Gambia. In summary, from a teacher to a speaker to an ambassador, his entire work was for the interest of his nation.
Honorable Speaker, we looked at him on another level. That is, what is his legacy? Honorable Speaker, in this noble house, today we are presiding over this gentleman. From inception, building of this building until the day it was concluded, he was the speaker. Then he was in this country. That is this noble house we are sitting here today. He left a very big legacy in this country. Honorable Speaker, I looked at him in another different dimension, that is at the legislative leader. We were in Parliament from 2012 to 2017. We can attest, committees are not as much as they are now. But the committees that were functional in those days, everybody knew about PAC and PEC. Then government official was to face that committee. To an extent, if was done in his leadership. Honorable Speaker, finally, he is always actually calls issue of whenever there is an issue in this country. Most of the time, he used me, called me. Until the time of his death, he never called me my name. He called me uncle. Cow in this office assembly. Because he called me uncle since the day I met him. So, Honorable Speaker, in short, the country has lost a perfect. May his gentle soul rest in perfect peace. Honorable Speaker, finally, this gentleman before us today, in 2017, left that noble to South Africa to serve as an ambassador. Today, the same gentleman is brought back to this noble house for his final abode. Honorable late Abdoulie Bojang, may your gentle soul rest in perfect peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Sambajana. Like a friend of the deceased, Mr. Babu Karsani, related to you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. The Vice President, the Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly, the former and present National Assembly members, high national officials present here, senior security chiefs, all other dignitaries and personalities here present. I want to thank all of you for being here today to honor the life of our beloved one, late Honorable Abdoulie Bojang. About the many ways we enrich our lives. So far, a lot has been said. In cognizance of time lost, from here we will be heading to his hometown in anticipation to do the final rituals in order to let him rest. For those who may not know me, the former managing director of Gamcel, an uncle and a former neighbor to Honorable Abdoulie Bojang. So of course, I am one of the best of friends who is lucky to be chosen among the rest to come and meet. I came to know Abdoulie Bojang way back in the mid-70s in Bikama. We were all teenagers at the time. I met him in a brother's house, the late CEO of Bikama. He introduced me to Abdoulie as a nephew because his mother was a member of our family and started from there. I would want to just give him one description, and probably that would suffice for everybody. My description of Abdoulie Bojang is that he is a good man. He is a very, very good man. The first thing anyone noticed about was his eagerness to say hello as soon as you are about to meet. Without any hesitation, late Abdoulie Bojang would quickly reach out his hand to anybody for greetings, even if it was his first time meeting with you. This was the former Speaker of the National Assembly. This is the same building in which we are gathered here today, where he used as an office to perform the duties, the national duties, and here is the same place where his remains. To the family, friends and loved ones from all walks of life, my condolences. is gone. But I'm sure he will never be forgotten. We get back to Pakistan after 5 years that we departed. We headed to different directions in pursuance of the operation. I headed to the east, and we remained there in the west. That was the time I spent 5 years in ammunition. During the 5 years, until in September, the big when we met in the classroom in Crab Island Secondary School. And this was about pursuing to enroll as an employer. It was mentioned there that he was a teacher, and that was the beginning of his career to become a teacher. I said in the 80s, we met back in Town, and there we were a group of friends. I want to mention, these are the best of friends at the time. We had someone called Abdoulie Bojang, was a member of Sono Jalu, Modu Kamara, Makali, Brahma Jabi, and Sujambo, and to name a few. During this time, Mr. Speaker, if you allow me, I would want to tell a short story, and this story is going to give a lot of you information that Honorable Speaker, the kind of person he is, not only at the time when he became this mature, but at the time we were in our early 20s. Among the group I mentioned, I know time is but I am very sure this story will be very interesting, and it is a story that personally myself has it in my memoir, in one of the paragraphs, and I call it the turning point. One of the main reasons I was able to position of managing crime. And this turning point was created by the late I didn't important to share. hang out together to drink. And one day, out of curiosity, me and one of my friends made a big mistake. It was him who comforted us eventually. The story is just a story, but the reason I will connect him to the story is what is more important. If you notice this town, you will realize or remember the concrete road that connects Town to Abuko. The beginning of the concrete road, the first compound on the left is Samukunda. That is where I go. They used to have a weekly program, the cultural show. Some of the members of the association are deceased. You could remember this story. One Saturday night, me and my dad friend decided we had no money in our pockets, but we wanted to witness the cultural show. So bear with me, we were not mature, very mature at the time. When we approached, it was a ticket fee of $5 per person. We tried to go in, but we were denied. We were very determined for that night. Living around, we had to go and change our dresses. This was where we made a mistake. And disguise ourselves as college students. When we get to the gate, we do not allow the gate man to engage us. We decided to engage him direct. We were having a passing out ceremony next week, and we were sent and identified a very good cultural group that would perform during the passing out. And of course, with keen interest, they allowed us, and not only allowed us, but patronized us. Gave us everything and treated us as a VIP. That was a mistake. We cheated. So when we went out, as was hungry, and we narrated this story to him, and you know him. Because we were laughing over it. After narrating the whole story, we made mention of the name of the manager at the time of that association, whom we know very well. He told me, okay, tomorrow let's meet here again. On the whole, before inviting us, he first invited the manager to his house. That was the third day. That very day when we mentioned this to him, our contributions to grew the attire and then took it to the manager of the association. And then him to say, today I am responsible because of the attire. He gave him all that money. On the second day, like I said, it was the manager of the association, and then we came in, two of us. He asked us to narrate the story again. We did. But we did not know who the other person was. After hearing everything from us directly by the manager, he first told the manager, you see the money I gave you yesterday for attire, it was not my money. I tricked them, got money from them, and gave it to you. And he told me, Baruka, here is somebody who has always been trying with me to meet you and make friends with you, because he says he likes you. This is someone who's been following me to make connections with you because he likes you. Now what happened immediately after that? I was there embracing somebody, a friend already. This is how he connected us to become friends. We knew, party knew what we did, but that friendship supersedes everything, and we continue to be friends. This was the fun. What did I learn? The more we give, the more we get back in return. The most important thing about him as a good person, in this case, is secrecy. I made mention of many names here. None of them knew about what happened around this. Only the three of us. He's gone. Help with me next. But before then, let me explain this story. So that, apart from the anybody else who probably we had offended, forgive us. Self-development. I pursued careers that I could not write any memoir. This small story. When you love, someone becomes a memory. That memory becomes a treasure. And that's what we all are now. If we look back in memory, it helps comfort you tomorrow. You are forever in our hearts. God. So I appreciate the time. And
Babagar Sanya, I can attest to the relationship between you and the late Honorable Abdoulie Bojang, together with former MD, of course, Mohammed Lamin Kiba, and I also want to recognize the presence of our former Deputy Speaker, Honorable Nyasi, on behalf of the family. Senator Nyasi.
I am Mr. Nyasi, cousin brother to Honorable Abdoulie Bojang. I have an eulogy for this National Assembly. Good morning, President being able deputized by the Vice President of the Gambia, distinguished cabinet members, Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Deputy Speaker, Minority Leader, the Minority Leader, Honorable members of this National Assembly, dedicated staff of the National Assembly, present here, diplomatic and consular corps, service chiefs, head of the institution present here, wives and children of the former Speaker of the National Assembly, Abdoulie Bojang, religious leaders, former NAMS members and former colleagues and associates, the late former Speaker of the National Assembly, Abdoulie Bojang, distinguished and everybody gathered here. On behalf of the family of the late Honorable Abdoulie Bojang and the people of Sangajor village, in profound graves yet immense gratitude for the opportunity to pay tributes to an extraordinary was a beacon of group dedication and service. It has been a question of if we will die or when. His news is as sad and unbelievable, but we are grateful for the immense life he has touched while on this mortal world. It's been painful few days. This song is ended, but the melody lingers on. We as your family and those you have spent your tender age with, saddened, grieving, but also grateful for the gift of life to be associated with you for the period you have been with us. And to continuously remember you and keep you meet at the feet of the Lord. Honorable Abdoulie Bojang was more than a family member to us. He was a pillar of strength, a guide, a source of inspiration. His life journey marked by an unwavering commitment to public service and the value of God will forever remain etched in our hearts. Born village, Fully Council District, West Coast Region. Abdoulie was married to two wives, Yama and Mai, and blessed with 7 children. He attended the Kama Primary School and St. Edward's Technical School in Bia before proceeding to the Gambia College. He began his career as one of the first teachers at Kalindi Primary School, Bakote Primary School in the early 80s and 90s respectively.
Abdoulie voluntarily retired from the teaching before he served at the National Assembly as the Deputy Speaker and the Speaker, respectively, in both second and the third republic. Honorable Abdoulie Bojang was also appointed as Ambassador of the Gambia to South Africa by Italy and Navarro. Abdoulie was deeply involved in community development. He served as an executive member of the Councillor Development Association and was a founding member in the establishment of Boulevard Nursery and Primary School. He actively contributed to the development of mosques in both St. Abdoulie and Bulinkamba before moving to Kursu. Abdoulie, additionally, he also behind the first Duma and the primary school of Sangayo and contributed to the development of many communities within the Gambia and beyond. Honorable Abdoulie Bojang embodied the value of community perseverance from his early days far beyond the boundaries of the village. He dreamed of a Gambia where every voice would be heard and every citizen's dignity respected. Through hard work and unwavering, he rose to become one of the nation's most distinguished leaders of the National Assembly, whose fairness and integrity set a standard for all who followed. As Speaker, he was not merely a great man who recognized that the strength of our democracy lies in the dialogue and mutual respect. And that guided our legislative process during his term. For many, he was a mentor. For us, he was a family. A man who carries the weight of yet remained deeply rooted in family values. He was a devout Muslim, humble, honest, peace-loving, who prioritized his family. Abdoulie taught us the importance of balancing responsibility and service. Today, as we lay him to rest, let us remember him not only for what he has achieved, but for who he was. A man who believed in the power of humanity, community, and community. While he was physically present, may be gone, his legacy of integrity, service, and love for his country will live in our hearts in the annals of the Gambia history. We say your grave is our grave. Please know that we, the family and the people of Sangajo, stand with you. We are immensely proud of Abdoulie, and we, through his life, serve as a lasting example to all of live a life of purpose and commitment. As we bid farewell to Honorable Abdoulie Bojang, let us honor his memory by striving for unity and progress. Value his he held so dear. It's not how long one lives on earth, but the impact one has with us. While we mourn you, we are blessed with your numerous life-changing experience for many across the world. May your soul rest in perfect peace, and may Allah, in His infinity, Rahman, forgive your shortcomings and grant you benefits for those. For those honorable may have wrong during his course of duty, we seek your forgiveness. Ultimately, on behalf of the family and the people of Sangajo, I would like to express our profound thanks and appreciation
President, his government, the National Assembly for according this state-recognized recognition to my dear brother, Abdoulie Bojang. I thank you all and wish you a long life, good health, and happiness. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shref Nyasi. I now invite another person from the family, this time not as honorable member, but as a member of the family, Honorable Almami Kiba.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly, the Vice President of the Republic of the Gambia, respected members of the National Assembly for both majority and minority leadership, esteemed colleagues, former National Assembly members, families, members from home and abroad, fellow Gambians. Today we gather in the profound soul to honor and remember the life legacy of my beloved brother, late Honorable Abdoulie Bojang, the former of grief. We reflect on a man whose unwavering commitment to our nation and its people will forever echo in our hearts. We extend our deepest condolence for the former President, Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya Ejeje Jammeh, under whose leadership Honorable Bojang dedicated over 11 years of exemplary services to our great nation. During his time in public office, Honorable Speaker served as the Deputy Speaker from 2007 to 2009 and ascended to esteemed role of Speaker from 2010 to 2017. His stewardship in the National Assembly was marked by unwavering commitment, integrity, and enduring for the nation building. The legacy of his contribution can be seen in many projects that have saved our country, none dedicated and more significantly than the remarkable National Assembly building where we are currently seated. We stand as a testimony to his dedication. As an ambassador of South Africa, after serving his representation, Honorable Bojang continued to serve our nation with distinction until his recall. Throughout his journey, he amplifies humility and relentlessness, pursuit of justice, qualities that endeared him to many and inspired those who had privilege to walk. Effort that they share the advances in national interests and foster unity among our people. Together, they work on numerous initiatives aimed at uplifting our nation, demonstrating commitment to progress that will be remembered for generations to come. My late brother, Honorable Abdoulie Bojang, served as a devoted educator for over 2 decades. Honorable Bojang was a guiding light, particularly in Fonyi Sangajoro, Fonyi Kansala and Sangajoro village. He taught us, but also values of respect, compassion. He was a mentor to many, in the importance of honoring our elders, significantly community service. To me, he was a mentor. He was both a brother and uncle, and lovingly referring to me as Atiom, meaning my younger brother, while I affectionately call him Atumbe, my elder brother. Honorable Speaker, The former speaker was a symbol of unity, a man who cherished from all walks of life. He shared whatever he had, no matter how small, and he always engaged in the act for the betterment of our community. He loves for his fellow citizens, transcended in the boundaries as he tirelessly worked to uplift the life of those around him. Former Speaker Honorable Bojang is a devoted Muslim, every month of Ramadan, and actively participate in Islamic gathering, gathering the spirit of faith that guided his life. He often reminded us of the importance of determination and belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reassuring me as a teacher, or you are in the teaching field, serve well for a period of 5 years, then quit the field. Allah will open gateways for me, and I'll serve as a testimony to this. This was an advice he normally gives me. Honorable Speaker, through the galleries of Fonyi Kansala constituency, Fonyi Bandani, Fonyi Bintankaran, Fonyi Berefet, and throughout the country. His contribution to our nation and his enduring roots in Sangayo will forever be remembered. As we extend our deepest condolence to the Bojang Kunda family, Jiba Kunda family, Kunda family, Sanya Kunda family, Baji Kunda family, Kole Kunda family, Manga Kunda family, Jata Kunda family, Songoman loss we all see. I urge you to be each other's keeper, to draw the for the soul of our beloved husband, father, and a brother. Honorable Speaker, in this moment of sorrow, let me extend my former National Assembly members, as I will also reiterate. This is a day where my brother had worked with you. I am seeking for forgiveness. He's taking a journey of the unknown, and a journey that is only known to him. I therefore seek honorable colleagues former to forgive my late brother. Our nation mourns the loss of a true leader. I send a special message of condolence to His Excellency President Adam Barrow, President of the Republic of the Gambia, during this profoundly sorrow time as he oversees the state funeral. The loss felt by our nation is immense, and we share in grief that accompanies such significant farewell. May the memories of those we have lost bring comfort. We find strength in our unity as we navigate in this difficult. We stand together in solidarity in this difficult time, remembering that not only the loss of a remarkable leader, but also the bond and collaboration that we have forged in the spirit of nation building. This is indeed a somber moment for our entire nation. I bid farewell to my able brother, a father, and an uncle to others. Former Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Abdoulie Bojang. Let us carry forward of kindness, sharing, and unity. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant him Jannatul Firdaus. We are remembered, we are reminded that today it is his call. But tomorrow it could be any one of us. Together in love, protect one another, strive to walk the path of righteousness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A verse of the Holy Quran, Surah Al-Jumu'ah, verse 8 says, Indeed, the death from which you flee, indeed, it will meet you. Then you will be returned to the knower of unseen and witness, and about what we used to do. Meaning this verse reminds us of certainty of death, life, and the righteousness in the preparation for the hereafter. Inna lillahi wa inna.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kanamigiba. Finally, it is my singular honor to invite His Excellency, the Vice President of the pay his tribute and that of the state. Your Excellency.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Cabinet colleagues here present, Honorable members of the National Assembly, the former deputy members here present, the service chiefs, members of the wise Speaker, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we say Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. On behalf of His Excellency the President, His Excellency President Abdoulie, and our condolences to the family and the whole nation at large. Honorable Speaker, as we are gathered life and legacy of an extraordinary leader, a devoted servant of the people, by to someone who devoted his entire life to the service of our beloved country, both as an educator, a lawmaker, and a diplomat. In our collective grief, Honorable Abdoulie Bojang touched our lives. Honorable Bojang was a devoted Muslim servant who rose to become the Speaker of our National Assembly. Honorable Bojang, as a former teacher, he nurtured citizens. During his time as a teacher, his classroom was a sanctuary of hope and valued and empowered to reach their full potential. Honorable Bojang carried the heart of a teacher into the halls of the National Assembly, where he became a champion of the people, an advocate for fairness, and a unifying voice in times of division. As Speaker, he presided fairness and unwavering commitment to the democratic principle that define our nation. Honorable Speaker, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, he was a beloved member of his community, a mentor to many, and a source of strength. He touched countless lives with his kindness, patience, and unwavering dedication to service to mankind. Honorable Speaker, while we mourn the loss of this individual, we also celebrate the profound impact he had on our nation and all. In closing, Honorable Speaker, we are reminded that leadership is not measured by titles, but by the lives we touch and the change we bring. Honorable Bojang's life
was a testament to this truth. It is the legacy that we will continue to honor in the weeks, months ahead. Rest in peace, dear Honorable Abdoulie Bojang. You will be deeply missed, but your work, your values, and your example will live on in many who had the opportunity to interact with you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you peaceful, eternal rest in Jannatul Firdaus.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. May I now invite His Excellency the Vice President, honorable members, and others to join us to pay our last respect to the deceased.
By the Vice President ñu ngi noonu nag di ñëw jël ji jiitu bi yëpp rek ku jox ko li nga xam ne mooy cër bi Vice President bi di honorable di lead li nga xam ne nag mooy convoy bi honorable Fabakary Tombong Jatta moom it nekk si gannaawam and then honorable Sidi Njie ñoom ñëpp a ngi noonu taxaw yëpp rek di ko nal li nga xam ne nag mooy love ak respect ñoom ñi nga xam ne nag ñoo nekk si parliamentary bi ñoom clerk bi ak ñeneen ñi ñu ngi taxaw si booram ak li nga xam ne nag moo nekk jabaram taxaw ku nekk si gaay mu ngi nekk di dem si booram yëpp rek ku wan ko li nga xam ne nag moo nekk love ko ñoom ministre si ñu ngi noonu di dem yëpp ku wan ko li nga xam ne nag mooy respect former deputy speaker bi honorable Fatou Mbye mu ngi noonu nag si gaay seen gannaaw ñoom ñëpp ñu ngi ko wanal respect ko ñoom ñëpp ñu ngi ko wanal respect ñu ngi nekk di dem benn bar benn yëpp rek ko dem wane ji ko li nga xam ne nag moo nekk respect nii lañ ko di defee si assemblée bi kenn dafay dem rek wan ko li nga xam ne nag moo nekk respect fu mu nekk nii nag yéen a ngi seetaan Gambia Talents TV family members yaa ngi noonu ñoom kenn par kenn fu mu nekk ñu ngi nekk si digga yëpp rek di ko wanal respect ko gis ngeen ko yëpp di ko wanal li nga xam ne nag moo nekk masha Allah aji jiitu bi nag ñu ne woon ku baax la koo xam ne ku respect li nga xam ne moo nekk liggéeyam la nag moom la gaay di lay to rest honorable Abdoulie Bojang nga xam ne nekkoon na deputy speaker balaa muy nekk li nga xam ne nag moo nekk speaker kenn par kenn mu ngi noonu si parliamentarian si ñoom ñëpp a ngi noonu nag ànd ak ki nga xam ne moo nekk aji jiitu bi fu mu nekk nag ñu ngi ko war a ñëw yóbbu ko ñu ngi war ko yóbbu si dëkkaam bu ko defee nag gis ngeen ko National Assembly members yi ñu ngi noonu benn part di ko wan seen respect
dingolu wala kabirin speaker ani president ani kabirin speaker ni vice la keso morom speaker national député ol fana murun ta koten kedron kata ka murumuru ngala case wala dingol fana natana sa intemen bitaka wollemu former National Assembly members nyolti men yalon ko aniedu ko kede wol fana be bitaka ne fana ka futa jedo dua sabante frewe ñin tembe na al ñaabe wolle la
members yaa ngi noonu di joy mun ko family members di jooy am na ñoo xam ne si gars yi ñoom ak moom ñoo doon ànda former parliamentarians yaa ngi noonu ñoom it ñu ngi dem joxe seen last respect si li nga xam ne nag moo nekk aji ji ko it's sad métti na ku nekk rek na def lu rafet si sa dëkka soo defee lu rafet rek si sa dëkka am sa jàmm kon nag gis ngeen aji yëpp di ko wanal li nga xam ne mooy roof di ko wanal li nga xam ne mooy respect ñoom ñëpp ñëw neen ma ne ko ñoom ñëw neen kon nag mu ngi noonu ñaari jabaram it ne li nga xam ne nag mooy gars yi seeni respect fu mu nekk nag jaadama ñu ngi dem fooñi bu ko defee rek ngeen seetaan Gambian Talents TV live and direct dinañ leen indil live coverage foofu sa fooñi su ko képp koo xam ne mu ngi seetaan rek nga dañ koy defee all the time ku nekk si sa dëkk rek nga mun a li nga xam ne moo nekk lii aw si sa dëkk kon nag follow leen ñu ngi live ku won leen rek li nga xam ne moo nekk di xew kon nag beautiful viewers keep supporting Gambian Talents mu ngi fi ku yéen ki nga xam ne moo directeur bi nga xam ne moom moo nekk foofu noonu si fi nga xam ne nag mooy président bi moom tamit gis neen ko fi ak yeneen immigration officer ñi nga xam ne ñoo nekk si wàllum security bi ñoom ñëpp ñu ngi fi kon nag keep following Gambian Talents bu ko defee rek ñu indil leen yëpp.
Vice President and the rest of them to stand up while the remaining former speaker is being lifted and escorted by the Senado to the baby rice mills and the
mu ne ko fu mu nekk nii ñu ngi nii gaa ngi noonu di génne li nga xam ne nag moo nekk aji jiitu bi waa dañoo ñëw génn dama we are live so ne di dugg si ku jël li nga xam ne nag mooy aji jiitu bi te bu ko defee nag dinañ follow aji jiitu bi ba si këram ñu indil leen yëpp su ko defee askan bi yéen ngeen mën a gis li nga xam ne nag gis ngeen ko right now ñu ngi nii nag di ko yóbbu si fi nga xam ne nag mooy ko fi nga xam ne mooy dëkkaam foofu la ko gaay di ko yóbbu si nii foofu la ko gaay di ko foofu si fooñi la moo ko foofu si fooñi la gaay di ko yóbbu former speaker bi bala muy nekk speaker nekkoon na ki nga xam ne ambassadeur la foofu sa South Africa bu ko defee nag ñu dem toppa li nga xam ne leen yëpp bu ko defee ñu dem ak moom ma ne ko bu ko defee rek ñu dem ak moom daa ngi noonu di ko teg gis ngeen ko bu ko defee rek ñu ànd ak aji jiitu bi dem si fi nga xam ne nag moo nekk gaay yi seen dëkk foofu si fooñi ñu indil leen ku nekk mën a seetaan man ko su ko defee ku nekk mën a seetaan metti na daw na yaram lii leen laa wanal ne daal ne police yang fi nag ñoom ñu ngi def seen wareef maanaam di ko wanal li nga xam te métti ñeneen ni si gaay yi even ku ñu xool ñiti sax dafa jafe ak gaay ko speaker baa ngi noonu man ko speaker baa ngi noonu di dem ko def kadi xapun benn par benn ko defee ñiti yëpp gis ko kaba ma ne ko dinañ dem ba si biir dëkk bi Gambian Talents TV la and Gambian Talents TV as a TV duñu bàyyi dara mu dem lépp loo xam ne Gambia la lépp loo xam ne yëg neen ko rabbi duñ ko bàyyi gannaaw dañ koo jël rek ciral ko ne ko dañ koo jël rek ciral ko bu baax a baax a baax a baax page bu ko defee convoy la moo nekk ku ñu dem si kër bi kon nag dinañ toog ñu dem xool naka la ko gaay di ko defee ñu jox ko li nga xam ne mooy ko jox ko li nga xam ne mooy gëdda bi bu baax a baax a baax a baax a baax nag mbokk yi
some of them are
Describe what is going on.
Ah, ok. Comme noonu la ko gisee rek léegi kay ga pare neen. Moo nekk at Fonyi right now. So body bi gaa ko dugal si ambulance ni time kan.
Fatou la Fatou.
Ana
Gisuloo ko ba léegi.
Téeméeri lañ ci.
ne ko noonu su génn dafa
Ana moto bale poto kama mo bëgg.
dañu war a
Déjame,